we got another mindset video, man. We talking about knowledge and power, you know, the things you know, and why you can't put everybody onto game. You know what I'm saying? You can't help everybody out in life. You know what I'm saying? The number one rule, you know, about having knowledge, you know, and power is that you can't tell everybody what you know. The thing I learned over the years, you know, is that you can give people advice, you can tell them what to do, but it's like they don't even follow the advice. You know, I'm like, well, why are you wasting my time asking me what I think you should do if you ain't going to follow the advice? You know what I'm saying? That's why I say, excuse me, you can't help everybody. Some people don't want to be helped. Some people, you tell them you know what to do, right? It's like you knowledgeable on the subject, and you tell them and they don't do it, or they go do the whole opposite of what you told them to do. I'm like, that's why I don't waste my breath. You know what I'm saying? Right? It's just like, for instance, right? I make these YouTube videos, and some people, they may ask me for advice on the gym. A lot of times I direct them to my YouTube channel, because I'm like this. You know, all the information, all the knowledge that I know, I'm putting in these videos. You know, go watch the videos. You know, some people, they want you to spoon feed them too. You know, it's like they don't want to take the time, take the effort, you know, to learn and educate themselves. They want you to hold their hand the whole way. I'm like, I'm not holding nobody's hand. I only got one child in this world, the last time I checked, you know. So just like I whatever not subjects or, you know, topics I'm knowledgeable in, just like I took the time and effort, you know, to work at it and learn and get better, and now I'm an expert, or, you know, I know a lot about that subject. You got to do the same thing. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, that's what. And then some people too, you know, they'll just sit there and they want to know what you know, just so they can gossip. I learned that shit too over the years. You know what I'm saying? It could be somebody they don't even want to necessarily know what it is that you know. They just want to. They try to pick your mind, you know, for a devious reason. You know, so you got to learn how to you know, be able to differentiate when people are actually have a genuine question and they want to know something that you know, or they just trying to find out what you know so they can go run back and tell somebody else. You know, that's like, for instance, at my job, you know, I go on a vacation or something, I come back, you know, people I don't even hardly talk to like that, they follow me on Facebook, you know, they don't never really like nothing and this and that. But they got all these questions when they see me. How was the trip, man? What was you doing out there? This and that. I try to keep it real simple, keep it real slow, because I already know they finna go run back and tell everything I told them to somebody else, you know. So shit like that, you know, that's just how I move, you know. This is the next thing I want to leave y'all with, man. Never preach to the choir, you know. You could preach till you blue in the face, you know. And if the people don't want to take the information, or they're not trying to hear what you got to say, it's going to go right over their head, you know. So another instance right here, you know, as far as me, you know, when I make these videos, you know, people know I'm knowledgeable on the gym, helping people get on to working in corrections. You know, I've been a correctional officer for 13 years, and I talk a lot about, you know, motivational stuff, inspiration, life hacks, things I've went through, you know, to kind of help out the younger generation. This is another thing I've learned too, you know. You have to let people seek you out. Don't try to force, you know, your way of thinking or what you believe, your expertise on a certain subject. Don't try to force it onto nobody, you know. So I let people seek me out these days, you know. When it's just like the y'all probably heard this analogy before, right? When the student is ready to learn, the teacher will appear in the classroom. You know, you got to be the same way when it comes to your craft, when it comes to your expertise, what you know, stuff like that. I let the people seek me. They got to find me. I'm not going to them, you know. There's no free lunches in this life, you know. You don't get something for nothing, you know. That's just like a billionaire or a millionaire. They going up to a homeless person and telling them everything they know. You know what I'm saying? It's a reason they're a billionaire, millionaire, and that person's probably homeless, sleeping on the street, you know. I don't like to judge nobody or talk bad about nobody, but that's just a fact of life, you know. They obviously knew something, or they made different choices than that person did, you know. They may have got lucky along the way, who knows? I don't know. But at the end of the day, they're in the seat they're in, and the homeless person's in the seat they're in for a reason, you know. So unless the homeless person is seeking them out, then shit, they'll stay homeless. You know what I'm saying? Like me, If I see somebody that has some information or some knowledge, or that is somebody I aspire to be like, you know, I like how they live their life, I like what they stand for, I like the results they get from whatever it is they're doing, I'm going to seek them out, you know, and I'm going to go up to them, you know, hey, how can I get like you? What do I need to do to get more like you? Or do how you do this? How do you do that? I was like, if I'm in the gym, I see somebody benching 600 pounds, you know, they obviously doing something that I'm not doing. You know, I only benched, the most I ever benched was 450 pounds. They a whole 150 pounds more than me. So I'm going to seek them out. Hey, can I work out with you maybe? Or I don't know. I'll do what I got to do, you know, to get the knowledge, the expertise. They want, if I got to re-rack their weights for them, they need me to spot them when they going heavy, just so I can get the knowledge. That's what you got to do. Some people, man, they let their pride get in the way of them seeking out somebody that's in a position where they want to be at, you know, and could potentially help them to become a better version of themselves. They get pride, they start getting arrogant. Oh, I ain't finna go ask nobody for no help, man. I ain't, fuck F him, man. Shit, I'm good anyway. You know what I'm saying? Stuff like that. And you shooting yourself in the foot. You blocking your own blessings, you know? You can't be like that, man, when, you know, especially you trying to get better. Even if I don't like them, man, they got something I want, I'll figure out a way we could kind of win together. Even if we can't eat at the same table, shit, I still want the knowledge and the expertise. You know what I'm saying? So don't be afraid to seek out people and, you know, to ask people for advice. You know what I'm saying? This is the next thing about, you know, knowledge and having power. You know, you got to win. You sometimes in life, you just got to win in the shadows, man. You got to work behind the scenes, you know, and just enjoy the fruits of your labor. You know what I'm saying? Because when you start to brag, or you start to come off as arrogant, when you start becoming successful, that leaves a bad taste in people's mouths. And you got people out here that are petty, you know, and they'll look for any way they can to undermine your success, you know, to take all that success away from you. So, like I just said, sometimes you gotta learn how to fly under the radar. You gotta learn how to maneuver around people. Stay off the grid, stay low key, stay humble, stay hustling. That's the main thing right there, you know. So, you know, you got people like, let's look at some celebrities, right? You know, they don't even have no social media presence. You know, you got some celebrities, that's all they do. They on social media all the time, you know. Like somebody like Snoop Dogg, you know, he's one of my favorite people on social media. He posts every day, probably like 10, 20 times a day. You know, he has millions of subscribers, fans around the world. So, you know, he likes to stay in touch with them, entertain, inspire, motivate them all day, every day. Then you got other people, man, some of them, man, I don't even think they have social media accounts. If they do, it might be like a fan page, like somebody like Jay-Z, maybe Keanu Reeves. You know, they just win in the shadows. They're rich, they're successful, you know, they don't have nothing to prove. They just live their life, you know, they just do stuff. And, you know, it doesn't always have to have a post behind it, or it's done for social media. I'm not saying there's nothing wrong with that, because I mean, I use social media every day, but I'm just saying you have to be mindful of that. You know, when you got knowledge and you in a position of power, you know, you don't want to be the one to flaunt it or come off as arrogant, bragging, boasting, shit like that, man. You know, you got to learn how to stay humble, stay hustling. Sometimes, man, I might take a few days from social media and just fly under the radar. I won't do no posts. I'll just live. You know what I'm saying? That's how you keep winning, man. You just enjoy the fruits of your labor. You know what I'm saying? When you don't give away, you know, all the sauce for free too, that's a great one, man. When you don't give away the sauce for free, you know, all of it, people will be more drawn to you, you know. You got to give them, they have to have, you know, some type of investment in you. You can't just give away all the game for free, you know. So for instance, you know, with these YouTube videos, my YouTube channel is monetized. People like me, they like what I stand for, they like the content, the people that subscribe to me, you know. And it's like I just said this earlier, you know, the people that may come up to me for a question, you know, I made a video about it. I can go into more detail. You know, if I get an email, a DM from somebody, go watch the video, man. Here's the link to it. Go watch it. You know, that gives them, you know, they're kind of investing in me. You know, you can't give them all the game for free. You know, if you got knowledge and power, they have to have an incentive. You know, there has to be an incentive there. You know, so if they go watch my videos, you know, I get paid off of that, stuff like that, you know, and they're getting the knowledge and they're getting the information that they need, you know, if it's a good video. So you got to think, that's how you got to think. You know what I'm saying? This is the last thing I want to leave y'all with, man, when it comes to knowledge, power, you know, and why you can't help everybody. You got to remember this at the end of the day, man. Everybody can't be a winner in life, you know. There's winners and there's losers in life for a reason. You know, you got successful people and you got unsuccessful people, you know, and a lot of it stems from the choices or the choices they didn't make, or, you know, they made bad decisions in life. It just is what it is, you know. Like I said, I had a mentor growing up. He used to always tell me life is all about the choices you make. You know, a year from now, 5 years from now, you either gonna be sitting back smiling to yourself like, damn, that was a good decision, I'm glad I did what I did, or you gonna be sitting there with your head in your hand like, damn, I've messed up, man, I regret them decisions I made. So you gotta always try to make the best decision for you, your situation, and your family situation, you know what I'm saying, to bring a better life for you and yours, you know, at the end of the day. But like I said, you can't help everybody, man. Some people don't even want to be helped. Some people, man, they just content with just doing what they do, man, and being average, you know. So sometimes in life, you just got to let life teach people, man, and let people be, you know. It just is what it is. You know, everybody doesn't want the knowledge. Some people think when you try to help, when you hating on them, or you think you better than me because you this and that. It ain't nothing like that, man. Somebody trying to give you some knowledge or some game, you know, they obviously trying to help you, you know, especially if they not asking for nothing in return. You know, when I'm doing these videos, you know, I'm not on here selling some $1,000 course, this and that. I may get to that stage in the future if I become more successful with what I'm doing, but, you know, the most I do, you know, I mentioned that I got my merchandise for sale. If they want to buy some shirts, some hoodies to support me, stuff like that, follow me on my social media pages. But the main thing I'm focused on is trying to bring people something of value, you know. And like I said, these days I just let people seek me out, you know. I'm not seeking out people. In the beginning, you know, I may have promoted myself a lot more heavier. These days I just let the algorithm pick up, man. Let the algorithm do its job when it comes to these YouTube videos. You know, I post a video, you know, if it's a good video, you'll know. You know, it's just like, I think the algorithm picked up one of my videos not so long ago because my subscriber count started going crazy. I woke up one morning, I had like almost 200 new subscribers. So I was like, man, I'm doing something right. You know, as long as I'm seeing the growth, the consistency, my income that I'm making from it keeps going up. So that tells me I'm doing everything I need to know, you know. But yeah, as far as the knowledge that I know, the things I picked up over the years, it's there. You know, you just gotta seek me out though, you know what I'm saying? If you want help, it's just like if somebody got something I wanna know, I'ma seek them out. Y'all like this video, make sure you subscribe to my channel at The Ghetto Bodybuilder. Follow me on Instagram, TikTok at The Ghetto Bodybuilder. As I mentioned, I got the merchandise for sale. This one of my shirts right here. I can't really see it, I'm driving, but shop with me on my website, man. Y'all got any comments, any questions, any input or topics y'all want me to do on future videos, drop a comment. I'll be sure to get back with you as soon as I can. Y'all know how we coming. Let's get motivated.